All right, so here's an interesting one. Whey protein.
Whey protein. So I'm gonna say my statement based on a few things. So I'll go through everything, but I'm gonna say overrated.
Hmm.
And let me tell you the number one reason why. Because it's marketed as if it's going to do something magical that no other protein can do. So the average consumer, I'll even have discussions with people when they're like, "Oh, protein powder, I can only take that post workout, right? Because it's going to help me grow muscle." And I'm like, "Well, you can take a protein shake post workout if you want, but any protein source post workout is fine. Like, there's not anything special about whey protein. Realistically, the only thing that sets whey protein higher than others is the high leucine content, and it's not that much higher than other protein sources. It just happens to be higher. But if you look back at all the old studies that compared whey and casein protein, they all found that the whey protein spiked amino acid levels quicker, but it also increased amino acid oxidation. And the casein groups actually stored more amino acids and leucine in their muscle over time. So they actually had like more actual protein accumulation, whatever term you want to use, than the whey group. But all the studies just look at, okay, whey spiked protein synthesis really fast, really high, therefore it's the best. But it's like, okay, you spiked it really high, but now you spiked it so fast that you can't store the amino acids at the same speed. So you're going to oxidize some of them. So I always go back to nature usually gets things right. And in nature, whey is combined with casein. So you're getting both the fast acting and a slow digesting protein at the same time. So it's like ideally, if you're trying to find a good protein source, a mix of protein sources is going to be better than a whey protein by itself. But overall, again, I think whey protein is a great protein source. Goes back to marketing, same with organic. It just got so over marketed that it seems like it's this magical protein that's going to do so much stuff, when in reality it's just a high quality protein source that can be used to help to meet your daily protein goals.
And man, the supplement companies for years have been, we always talk about this too, but back in the day, like, man, the marketing in the supplement industry has been underrated. Like, they've done a great job because if you think about it, they pretty much present whey protein, the strengths of whey protein. If you needed, if post workout whey protein, or if post workout fast acting protein was required, then whey protein would be like number one. It'd be like, okay, this is, we want a fast acting, we're going to get those amino acids in there quick, high leucine, perfect. But they reverse engineered it essentially. It's like, okay, we got whey protein. How can we market this to be superior? Well, post workout protein intake. But when you look at it as, okay, well, let's just say we're having 4 protein feedings throughout the day. And yeah, one will be post workout, but that window is not 20 minutes, it's hours, a couple hours. We want to get some protein in, within an hour or two, or whatever. Well, now we're just talking about another meal. And at that point, whey is not superior to, it's not really going to be any better than chicken or beef or milk protein isolate, for example.
Right.
It's, in some cases, you could even make an argument it'd be worse.
Yeah. So that's how I view it. Not that anything bad is going to happen if you take whey, or not.
It's not bad.
It's not bad by any means, but it's like it's not the end all be all protein source. But like you said, there was such that big push for the anabolic window post workout. I don't know, like there was like at least a 5-year period where it's basically like as soon as you finish your last rep, you need to have your protein shake in your hand.
Yep.
And drink it. Otherwise, you're hampering your recovery.
And if that was true, then whey protein would be, that's what you need.
Mm-hmm. Well, and so what's interesting, and then it got taken a step further with the hydrolyzed whey protein, to where it's like not only whey protein, but it's like pre-digested, pre-broken down whey protein, so it's absorbed even faster.
Well, went from concentrate, isolate to hydroslate.
What's interesting is that there was a few studies that compared the 3 sources, and the concentrate performed better than the hydrolyzed protein because it was like slightly slower.
Yeah. Well, then there's been studies that compared the whey casein blend that outperformed whey too.
Yep. In any study to where they compared like whey, casein, and the whey casein blend, the blend has always performed the best.
Yep.
And that, and like I said, that goes back to what I was saying in nature. Nature normally gets things right. Like cow
Mhm.
milk is whey and casein, human breast milk is whey and casein. There's studies that compare like egg whites versus whole eggs, and the whole eggs always perform better, or
Yep.
fat-free milk versus whole milk, and the whole milk performs better. It's when you start isolating nutrients too much, and you start taking away everything, you think you're doing a positive thing, but it's actually hindering or negating some of the benefits of that food. So
Yep.
I think again, nothing wrong with whey protein. Nothing bad's going to happen. You're probably not going to hinder your results, but I don't think it's end all be all greatest protein source on the earth type of thing to where it's doing
Yeah.
something magical.
No, I agree. I agree.